Hey everybody, it is Romania Black. So, I am recording a lot of Seraph of the End today. I just finished recording the OVA, which was really good. I'm glad I watched it to bridge kind of Season 1, Cour 1 with the new Cour Season 2 that's going to come out and start this weekend with episode 13. But I've been told, since I started this series, I've been told that there was Seraph of the End, an OVA, and that there were these little mini episodes, and I didn't know exactly what they were called, and then I found out they're called Seraph of the Endless, and they're like little mini chibi episodes, and I was like, oh, cool, awesome. Maybe not chibi episodes, but they kind of function like a chibi series where they're just little omakes and little extra things they're not quite connected to the actual plot of the story, but they are still Seraph of the End related, and they're technically canon. So I tried to find them online, to be honest, and I found the OVA online because it was on a site, Bilibili, because I couldn't buy it outright. But all I could find on Seraph of the Endless was people kept saying it's in the Blu-ray, it's included in the Blu-ray of Seraph of the End. And I thought, you know what? Funimation's been lagging so much. Screw it. So, thank you, Patreon. Thank you, fellow patrons. Y'all helped me buy Seraph of the End, the entire first season on Blu-ray. So I was like, yay. So, I have the Blu-ray now. Good deal. And so there are 13 episodes altogether of this series. Episodes 1 through 9, I've been told to watch after season 1, and then the last 4 episodes I have to watch after season 2. So I am going to watch the other 4 episodes at the end. And conveniently, I was worried. I was like, well, how are they going to separate them? But if you open up the DVD, I've already put DVD 2 in there. That one has the first 9 episodes. Yay. And then on disc 4, it says and extras, and I'm assuming that's where the last 4 are. Also, I want to point out this nice picture of Michaela and you sleeping on top of one another. Mm-hmm. So the good news is that now moving forward with episode 13 on, I'm going to watch it through the Blu-ray because that way there's not a lag. And so that way we'll hopefully won't have any problems with it. So I'm really excited to have the Blu-ray to be able to watch it in full. So I am going to watch, before starting episode 13, I am going to watch the first 9 episodes. I think altogether, I've got it pulled up here, it's only like 18 minutes, so they're really short. But I do want to watch them, see what all is talked about. There's clearly a reason they want you to watch them before starting the second cour, so we'll see what that reason is. But I'm pretty excited, so yeah. So, gonna watch that. I'm pretty excited. I hope y'all are too. But we're not gonna waste any more time. We're just gonna start right now and see what all is up with this. I'm really excited. I probably will take like a couple notes if I think about it in case if something's brought up with these shorts. But it reminds me a lot of the Bungo Stray Dogs one, is what it makes me sound. It's what it sounds like. So, this is a series that replaced Bungo Stray Dogs, so seems fitting. But we're gonna start that here in 3, 2, 1. And let's see what all the hubbub is about. Oh, okay. So that was amazing. Oh my God. Those were really, really cute. Some of the gags, I will say that the 3 times a charm gag, it worked really, really well. They did that a lot in these. And it worked really well for Kimizuki driving because that's such a fun... When you think about it, there's not like a GPS or anything in that vehicle. They just immediately assume... That is something that's kind of like a real world like joke, is that Kimizuki immediately knows where to go, even though he's not driven that often that we know about, but he knows how to drive. So I didn't actually say that in the reaction to the episode, but in the back of my mind, I did wonder for a second. I'm like, man, he knows where to go. I guess they've debriefed him they gave him a map or something, an atlas to see. But I like the joke that he honestly doesn't know where to go and he keeps getting lost. And that's something that if the episode hadn't been so serious at the time, then it would have been funny if they'd done that in the actual episode, being like, I don't know where to go to get to Shibuya, to get to Shinjuku. But yeah, I love that joke. That's probably one of my favorites in this. That joke, and there's so many good ones. The idea of the main character. So Mika and you are technically our main characters. I know you is our central protagonist, but I would say Mika is, if there was a secondary protagonist, it would be Mika. We see Mika's side of the story, just not quite as much as Yu's, because there is some mystery still to the vampires, right? And so we don't get to see all of Mika's side of the story yet, but I would consider, and then Mika saying that you have to be a charming main character. I was like, have you seen Neon Genesis Evangelion? Which Yu is much more emotional and much more of a, so far, a compelling protagonist than like Shinji in that. But oh my gosh. And then getting Guren involved. And so apparently Guren in the novel is the main character in the manga. I don't want any spoilers. I'm going to read the manga, so I don't want any spoilers. So none of that, but that's interesting. The hand slap game got me really good because that's something I play with my cousins all the time. The whole thing where you do the hand and then you have only, when we play it, you have your hands like this. Someone has their hands down like this and someone has their hands over it and you try to like hit their hand up. We do that all the time. And so when they did the slap game, I'm like, oh no, I understand that. Poor you. Poor you. Oh my gosh, the most bonkers one is definitely the medicine that Shinoa and Yoichi give to Kimazuki and to Yu to try to get them to get along. Because all Yoichi wants is for them to get along. And so Shinoa's like, we've got these secret forbidden techniques. It's fine. Shinoa has always given me in this series like major Gojo vibes. And I know Jujutsu Kaisen came out after this. So I feel like Gojo has major Shinoa vibes. Like just that trolling. That, especially the very first omake, the very first one of this, where it's all the directions to look up. All I could think about is Gojo giving Nanami the note, and it has the little penis drawn on it, and it's just, that's all I could think about watching it. I was like, yeah, that's the same type of trolling. Shinoa and Gojo are both trolls in the exact same way. It's kind of hilarious. But I love that they give the potion and it immediately turns them into, it makes them too honest. They're just literally dogs. And then Yoichi's like, no, turn them back. And in doing the opposite, it makes them fall in love. And the moment where they're like holding hands and walking off together. So funny. It's so funny. I do think, I was wondering why they recommended this to be watched before Cour 2 starts. And I thought that for a second it was mainly because these bonus animations kind of align with the events of Cour 1. But with Shinya and his involvement here, I feel like it's important that we got to see Shinya before starting episode 13. Because Shinya has been an interesting character. I love his platinum blonde hair. I love his... It's the same vibe as Yu and Mika. You have Yu and Guren, who are both the dark-haired protagonists, sort of. And then you have Mika and Shinya, who are both like the blonde hair, blue eyes. It's like, okay. And honestly, Shinya's personality, he's a Hiragi too, so he's related to Shinoa. Shinya and Shinoa have very similar personalities, like their cadence and their voice, the way that they carry themselves. It's all very similar to each other, which makes sense that they're family. And then we got to see Tenri again, the head of the Hiragi family, and he has the same like mark that Yu gets when he activates the demon sword, so it's just covered up with that eye patch. I'm like, I'm wondering if Tenri, if we're going to theorize here for a second, if Tenri, his eye was taken out, kind of like Yu's eye was starting to be taken out from activating all that extra craziness, if maybe Tenri's eye was taken out the same way. I don't know. But Shinoa is interesting, and Guren makes the comment that he's part of the Ichinose family, and they're like a reputable family, and it seems like the only reason Guren is even on the committee to begin with is because of his family name. Because he's an Ichinose, he gets to be on the committee. It's nepotism, basically. Which is interesting because if Guren is a double agent, if Guren is working with the vampires and Farad is working with him, vice versa, then it's interesting that Guren, it's the perfect strategy for a double agent, right? Because Guren is the perfect person to just, because of the family name, he gets to be on the board. He acts like he doesn't care. He acts like he's apathetic, like he doesn't want to be there. And it's all a front. Like he's actually taking note and memorizing and seeing what they talk about. And then he's like, okay, fine, I've heard enough, I'm leaving. And the guy with the mohawk, I still love his character design. He's just like, what the hell, Guren? Like, why are you even here? You're scum. And he's like, I'll just take note of it. But really, he's just getting information to feed back to Farad. I think that he's the traitor. I could be wrong, but I'm like, I think Guren is the traitor. He's super shady. I'm like, no. But these were so cute. I really liked those. I think if I had to pick a favorite one, the driving one's pretty funny. I do like the driving one. The slap game one's pretty funny. But Shinya at the very end with Guren and him using the sniper weapon that he has to take all the photos of Guren. And I'm like, dude, you took photos of him coming out of the bath? What now? I said in the beginning when we first met Shinya, I was like, I ship him with Guren kind of, and everybody was like, mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, okay. So I feel like it's important that we got to see him in this. I think that that's relevant that we've seen him in this show so far. So, how about that? But yeah, so that's exciting. That's very exciting. So I'm very excited. Like I said, these were really, really cute. I liked watching them a lot. I'm very excited to see the other 4, but we have to wait until the end of season 2 to watch them. But yeah, so I have the Blu-ray now. And so this worked out really good. So I am excited to actually watch episode 13. Just so you know, I've not read the back of this. I've not even looked at it. I've just, because I don't want to be spoiled. So I've just been like, I looked down for a second. I was like, nope, don't do it. So I've only been looking at the front of this to see. And then the DVDs luckily are not spoilery. I was worried when I opened up the DVD case. I was like, what is this going to look like? And honestly, there's Mika on the first one. The second one has Mika and you, I'm pretty sure. And then this one has Guren versus Crowley. So that's interesting. I'm like, okay, maybe that's spoilery, Guren versus Crowley. I guess we'll see. And then I love the last one where it's just you leaned back into Mikasa's arms. I love that shot so much. I'm like, oh, yes, show. Give me more Mika and you, please. Please. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to watch these on here now and not have to deal with the lag. So yay all around. But that's pretty exciting. So later, I'm going to have this coming out Sunday morning. I'm going to delay the release of episode 13 just an hour so this can come out and y'all can see it first. And then, so very soon, very shortly, episode 13 will come out on Patreon and YouTube. So yay. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's going to be fun. But, so yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed these little snippets. They were really, really cute. But now I'm getting ready to go watch episode 13 and start season 2. I'm so excited. So I hope y'all enjoyed this reaction. I'm excited to hear your comments down below. Please no spoilers. But in the meantime, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Please stay safe, take care. And yeah, very soon I'll be back with episode 13 of Seraph of the End. Bye.